Here's how to pull data from one Excel datasheet and join it to another one based off of a shared value using index match, a far better solution than Vlookup. Hey, if we haven't met, I'm the analytics dude, and I do analysis tutorials and discussions using programs like Excel and KNIME. If that's the sort of thing that interests you, please subscribe and check out my other videos. Here's how index match works. It's actually two functions, not one, the index function and the max function. So we start with index, so equals, like any other Excel formula, index, hit tab, and then the first thing we need to click on is actually the info that we want to bring in. So in this one, it's in our customer demos tab, and you click on the entire column is the best way to do it. You can highlight the array like you would in Vlookup, but this way you actually, in case other customers get added on here, the formula would still work. So you go index, the entire column, comma, and then type in match. Same thing, you hit tab, and so then the lookup value is first. And so what you do then is you're using whichever the common value is between these, in this case the customer. So we click on that particular row, we're only joining Bob here, comma, and then the lookup array. So you go to customer demos, so it's basically saying like, hey, where do you find Bob in here? And so we got to tell it where to look. We want it to look in the whole column. Same thing as the last one in case you add stuff. And then you click comma. There's match type here. There's less than, greater than. Never use anything other than exact match, though I think it'll actually let you skip this. I do it anyway. So 0, double parentheses, hit enter, and bam, it works. So now what we need to do is we copy it down, and it should work everywhere. Oh no! We got an NA here and an NA here. Why is that? Oh, well, this one, because we don't really have a customer name, it just says some guy, and this one's customer name is Das, who we don't have a Das in our customer demo. So how do we handle those? Well, in this, it's not a huge deal because you see NA is, is obviously something wrong. It's an error. If it's numeric data, you can't have that because then it won't sum, it won't multiply. You can't get an average of it. You need to get rid of that. Or you can have this, say some error. So the way you do that is with an if error function. You need to put this in front of the index match. So type if error, and then what it says value comma value of error. So if the whole index max function responds with an error, that's what that NA is, then we go comma, and then what do we want it to put in there? So if you're dealing with numeric values and you want it to just be blank, you go 2 closed question marks like that, and close parentheses. You can do 0 if, for instance, we wanted this to say error or somebody was not in the data set, then we can do it that way. So we double click, copy it through, and see it left some guy blank and DOS blank. If we wanted to say no known customer, we can do that too and put them in there, and now boom. Some guy and Das are both no known customer, although for some reason I can't spell no known customer correctly. There are some people who will tell you that Vlookup is better, that that's what you should use for this type of work, and those people are, well, wrong. Index match is better. It's a superior function. There's 3 primary reasons why. First is to use Vlookup, you need to look at the target data and count the number of rows and columns over where you want to look. Are you serious? I'm supposed to just manually count the numbers, then enter them in? Nah, I'm good. Second is those row counts change if you change your target data. If you insert a column or delete a column, guess what happens to your Vlookup? Every single thing is wrong. Index match, on the other hand, is dynamic. So if you delete a column or insert extra columns, the function still works as advertised. Don't need to change anything. Third, and perhaps most importantly, index match uses a lot less memory than Vlookup. If you're doing this on 2 large tables, 10,000 rows, 20,000 rows, index match will run much faster and is less likely to freeze your computer. Though both of them could freeze your computer because when you're using large data sets, you're much better off using a program like KNIME or doing something in code in R or Python. If you're interested in KNIME, you've never heard of it before, you want to get started in it, right now I'm running a free promotion. Sign up for my mailing list and you can get my Udemy course on using KNIME for code-free data science totally for free for the next, month or so. The link will be below in the description. One other thing you can do with index match is create a lookup table. Here's a really simple lookup table where we're going to try to look up if we can enter any of our customers and any of the dates and find out the amount of money that they purchased on that date, right? We have the same data as before, now in a table format, because I want to show you how you can do this to look across columns and rows. So we have all the customers here, and then the dates they purchased, and here is the amount of money that they spent. So let's write the function here. Equals index. As we start, we need to copy the whole array. So it's kind of unfortunate that's written right over that, but we only want to copy the data here, right? And then comma, and notice it says row first. So index, array, then row, and then column. So the rows, as you see here, are our dates. So we need to match our dates. So type in match, and then our date right there. That date, right, the one we're looking at, comma, look at the array for those dates, which is this right here. All of the dates, you select only the dates, comma, 0, close parentheses. Now, see it's highlighted row number, comma, so we get to our column number. Our columns are our customers, so we need to click on, we want to look up toy. And where do we want to, and then, oops, hold on, comma, match, I said it's index match match, so our lookup, we're matching toy. And what are we matching toy to after we do a comma? We're matching toy to this array right here, comma 0, parentheses, parentheses. So remember this is taking the index of this whole thing. It's finding the row where it was in our lookup table, which is the 11th, and then it's finding the column, which is toy. So it should return $912. Let's hit enter and see. Bam, 912 right there. It works no matter what. You type in Dave. Oh, Dave didn't spend anything that day, but Dave did spend something on the day after that. And that's how index match match works. A little more complicated, but can be super useful. Obviously, when you have data this small, like, I'll just look. Imagine if this is an order of magnitude bigger. I appreciate you watching, and stay tuned for lots of future analysis and Excel content. If you have questions, leave them in the comments below. If you have suggestions for future content, leave those in the comments also. I promise you I'll get to them. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. And as always, until next time, I'm the Analytics Dude. Thanks for watching.